Hello, everyone. My name is Sparks, and welcome back to another
Stop trying to get
league race video. Then today we are here for another round of TSRL.
Oh, it's
This
fucking broken.
is
I don't care.
Round
I'll
2
sort out later.
USA. Then this race we put quite a bit of practice into this for a dry quali, and the pace was good, to be honest. Like, we were doing consistent high 28s in practice, so I knew
I just need a solid time.
we had good pace in quali, and my setup was mainly good for a dry race. However, the game decided it would
JD said
say
it
it'd
was
be
0.
dry.
Yeah, I think it was either 0 or 1. I think.
But it is wet Q2 and Q3, so at the point now, I actually am not sure that it is a wet Q2 and Q3. I just think it's dry. But if you all enjoy this video, and if you want to see more videos similar to this one, make sure to hit the like and subscribe to see more F1 2020 content from myself, because I really do enjoy making these league race highlights for you guys to watch. But yeah, this is the race.
No, right.
Coming on to the end of Q1 then, as you can see, we're kind of at risk at this moment. We are down in 13th with a 29.6, which is a good 6/10 off where you want to be around here. That is very slow. So we've gone out on another set of dry tyres then. So we're 13th by New Policious and Oxtez, and then Pitsy and Martin, but I want to make sure we've made it into Q3 then. So this is going to be our final lap in Q1 and our final run in the dry then. So as we cross the line to start our lap then, coming into turn 1 then, my braking point was at the black box, braking down into first up to third. We go a little bit wide, which is not very optimal. However, we are still half a tenth up. So coming through the S's then, you just want to cut as much of the inside as you can. For each of them, I felt like I did that pretty decent. You probably could have cut that a lot more then. First sector's a 0.0. It's not really that good, but to be fair, for how bad that turn 1 was, that wasn't really a bad first sector then. Coming down the hill then, 7th gear, coming into the hairpin, I brake in the middle of the 100 and the 50, trying to cut as much of the curb as you can, but we unsettled the car, which is another half a tenth gone. So we have a good tenth and a bit in this lap already, as we now come down the back straight then. Going into the next left-handy, I brake just after the 100-metre board then, down to second, could easily cut the curb more. So again, this lap has been pretty poor, but it's a 0.1 middle split, so this is on for at least maybe a 0.1, mid-0.1 then, into the next hairpin now, down to second. Again, we didn't take the optimal, so this lap's been very scruffy. We've got about 2-3 tenths in this lap. Coming through the long right-hander, 7th gear, into the penultimate corner, you want to brake just before the black box, 5th gear, trying to hook the apex. Now into the final corner then, again, braking just before the black box, 3rd gear, up to 4th, up to the line, and where do we go? We go P2 with a point.
I was burgered Q1 there, Jesus Christ.
So that is pretty decent. I mean, all I wanted to do at this point was to get through into...
3rd, Jesus Christ.
All I wanted to do was get into Q2, so, I mean, it's a good lap, but if we had not gone out, we would have been knocked out in Q1, which isn't optimal. So yeah, we are into Q2 pretty comfortably then. And here we are
overcast
in Q2.
As well.
We look now
rain,
and we
10
see
minutes.
there is rain coming, and the first thing we do is we try and get out on track, but we didn't really look quick enough.
Go,
and we didn't go out like as fast as we could at this point then. So we go out on track, but as you can see then, coming onto the track, we have to wait so much. You'll see now we got to wait for a racing point, another racing point, an Alpha Tauri, a Red Bull, a Haas, another Haas, a McLaren. Like, we have to wait for so many cars to go through, and now we finally have to go out behind our teammates. So the amount of time we've lost on this outlap, and I was quite worried then. As you can see, the first thing we do is overtake TRL Limitless, because I knew it was so important to get track position. We'd have to push on the outlap just in case it would start raining. So them at least about 5 to 10 seconds we lost then in the pits. If the rain comes down quick enough, that could be crucial for our session. So we are out now in Q2, trying to get a possible qualifying lap in then before the rain starts going down, and it was so important I kept in front of Limitless. As you see, I'm trying to defend my track position because I weave on the straights and try and tell Limitless not to go past me because I wanted to keep track position as much as I could then. So coming down the straight then, I'm trying to cool down my tyres while staying in front. And as you can see, Limitless is going for me, so we actually go into max, trying to defend our line here. We are really trying to defend track position because it is so important in these type of sessions. JD looks down the inside, so we are all fighting for track position at this point then. Again, trying to give him another weave to tell him to go away, because I wanted to keep this track position so badly. We looked for the rain, and the rain is coming very soon, so we need to really get our head on at this point. As you can see, that's a Haas going slow. I believe that's Oxtez or Smasher, I'm not sure. But now we're slowing down then, just getting ready to start a qualifying lap. Our tyres were pretty much... We need to cool down a little bit more for the optimal tyre range to start the lap then, but around now is kind of where we want to be. However, because we're stuck in this little traffic jam, we have to warm up the tyres behind everyone else, and this is the thing about full qualifying and this kind of conditions is everyone's going to be holding each other up. As we come out the final corner then, we're going to start our lap, and this is so important because if we invalidate, we have a massive chance of getting knocked out then. So into turn one, again, all we have to really do at this point is just get a lap in. Even if it's a horrible lap, it just has to be good enough to get us through into Q3 then. Through the S's again, we're taking it a little bit cautious because I really didn't want to invalidate, because this would be so important. Again, it's high one first, which is a bit tragic, to be honest then. I'm just trying to get a lap that's good enough for Q3 before it goes down, it goes raining then, into the hairpin. We actually did that a lot better than what we did in Q1, but going down the back straight then. This lap hasn't been the best, but at the moment it's on to be good enough for Q3. Going into the hairpin then, we go down to second again. We seem to have a lot more confidence than our lap in Q1. Just showing we can push the car a little bit more as Antoine goes pole in the top right hand side. Again, this lap hasn't been the best, but I mean, again, like I've just said a lot of times now, we only have to get what's good enough. For CRG Smasher now goes pole. But I mean, this lap wasn't even on to beat Antoine because, like, I wasn't pushing. I was just being cautious. But as we come round to the final corner, what's the lap going to be? It's going to be a 0.4.
It's raining, please. Yes, come on, get heavier, get heavier, get heavier.
Great by all means, but it's good enough. As you can see, we jump 400k and TSRL Limitless as Ronha goes fastest then. But
shit.
I can confirm then, JQB, one of our championship rivals, did invalidate and it did not manage to get a lap in. And that is crucial for the championship now, because JQB won the last race and he's now out of Q2. So it's going to be so important for us to beat him in this race. But now we're going to go to the results then. Here we are then, on Q3 then. This is how it ended up being our best lap. And the rain, it is definitely raining, and the rain definitely seemed to get worse. So with 7 minutes to go, this will be our best lap. And this lap wasn't even good either. I was hoping I'd go faster, but the rain just was getting worse. So this is our best lap, and it wasn't really good. You can see we're P2 in front of LCL lap in the 400k, but they managed to get better laps in afterwards as OMG It's Joe then gets pole. And we are not going quick in the wet. I was hoping the track would stay like this and not get too heavy, but the rain did end up getting heavier, so this is our best lap then. A 10th up on a 0.9, which is again not really good. I didn't do wet practice for this one like I did in Silverstone. Going into that, and we've completely lost. We've lost a good 10th there. We've gained a little bit on the exit, but you know, this lap's been diabolical. I wasn't really pushing. I was just
people could be so
thinking
quick in the
that
wet quali.
the conditions will get better. So this isn't a good lap at all.
Rain's so
going into the hairpin, then second gear we nailed that.
I'll give it one more go.
Hairpin actually, we gained quite a bit of time. You know,
I don't understand how people can get so quick in
Joe middle sector.
Quali round on this game.
So thinking about it, the lap isn't even that
I need
bad,
to nail the first run, and I didn't.
You'll see in a minute. I'm not really where I want to be then. Through here, trying to get a decent exit. The exit wasn't great. Through the long right. We are 1.6 tenths up then, going into the penultimate corner then. Down to 4th, up to 5th, and now Smasher goes pole. Round the final corner then. Down to 2nd, to 3rd, up to the line. Smasher does a 0.1, we do a 0.8, so that just shows we do not have the pace then in the quali, and that is our best lap. And as you can see then, that lap is P8 on the grid, and we are in front of our championship rival Antoine as well, so it is a pretty good quali. We've out-qualified JQB and Anton, but as you can see then, who pushes pole with LCR Leopard, LCR Leopard P2, so LCR Leopard is going to be the man we're going to need to focus on this race then. So even though it's a bad qualifying, we've still out-qualified Jake and Antoine, which is exactly what we need to do, but we're going to get onto the race. And here we are then, pulling up to the grid in P8 behind Shazoo Logic, OMG Exchange, there's 4VDK, and Antoine behind us then. So this is so important to get a good start then, as we're waiting for everyone then to pull up to the grid to start this US Grand Prix. As you see, a little bit of lighting issues then. For some reason there was lighting issues with the game then, but as we go to the 5 red lights, trying to get a good start then, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. We get a pretty decent start then. A lot better than OMG It's Joe as we jump him into turn 1. And we're side by side with TSRL Limitless. Going into turn 1, we look up the inside of Shazoo Logic. Going 3-1 with Joe. Make a little bit of contact, but we keep it in P6, which is supposed to start. We're side by side with Limitless. Going into the right-hander, however, we keep the position. So that is a good start. We've gained 2 positions then. And we are in the train for the lead then. That's Hoopalicious leading with Leopard, Smasher, Ronhar, Logic, and myself. So when you think about it, it's not a horrific start to this race. And we have made up 2 positions. But as you can see, we get a good run on Logic, and we're going to look down the inside. So again, another position getting made. And down the inside, a little bit of contact. We get glued to his car, but we make up another position. So that's 3 positions gained on the first lap. So that is a pretty good start from myself then. And the start that I was pretty happy with. Even though we've used quite a bit of ERS, we are now in the train for the lead. And again, the lighting,
this game is so broken.
A bit broken, but again, lap 1, gained 3 positions, we're in the train for the lead with our championship rival LCR Leopard. So it is all good at this stage then. We just have to keep it clean, keep the DRS train, and maybe we could possibly go for this. On lap 3, we are chilling then. As you can see, Smasher and Leopard are side by side in the S's, and Smasher spins off then. We try not to hit him, we do avoid him just about then, but Smasher has now dropped all the way down as Antoine disconnected, and I believe our rival JQB has retired. So this race has fallen into our hands so much now, because our championship rivals have both had a bad race, and we're just chilling at the moment in P4, on for maybe a podium finish in this race. And all we have to do really is just chill, and we're on for a really good result then. As you can see then, Leopard dives down the inside of Hoopalicious, and these guys are now going to start racing, and this is going to help us, you know, gain a little bit more time as Hoop and Leopard start battling. Hoop loses the car, and Ronhar dives down the inside of Hoopalicious then. So now Ronhar's getting involved in the action. Side by side for the long right-hander. Hoopalicious though, he's going to keep the position. Ronhar goes for the under and over, and now he's going to go around the outside of the penultimate corner. However, he goes off the track, and I was trying to think I could get myself in the action then, but we are just not close enough. So we do know now Ronhar is really going to fight Hoop then for this race. So I thought it was a bit crucial then. We got in front of Hoop, and as you can see then, Antoine has retired from the race now. So this has completely turned around the championship, as both JQB and Antoine have now retired from this race. So this is a great race. You can see LCR Leopard's already pulled out a massive DRS train then. So this DRS gap then, we almost got our first warning there, but we are just chilling, and I reckon we can get a pretty good result then. Moving on then to lap 8 of the Grand Prix then, Ronhar and Hoopalicious and us, we're still chilling, but as you can see, LCR Leopard, he's got a massive lead. look now then, there's Leopard all the way up there. So the end of lap 8 then, we make a call to go for the undercut, and Hoopalicious follows us in. So me and Hoop are both going for the undercut on lap 8 then, and this is going to be an important outlap then. We're going to have to push, and also CRG Smasher is also going to come in with us. So it's so crucial then we get in front of Hoopalicious as fast as we can then, trying to get a good pit stop. We end up falling behind Hoop, but again we have got the DRS then. He's not going to have DRS down the back straight then, so as we come out the pits behind Hoop then, he didn't really feel comfortable, it seems then, because we are, as soon as we come out, we are putting pressure on the Alpha Tauri, and I felt a lot more confident on the mediums in the race than I did on the softs, so I felt like we could put some pressure as Hoopalicious is going wide, and I really knew we had to jump these guys. Jump Leopard, Rondar, who have stayed out extra few laps then. We are going to struggle at the end with the tyres, but I think at this point it is just worth going for this. Going through the hairpin, then Hoop again goes wide. So at this point I go for it, I spam my ERS, Hoop goes defensive.
So literally no point defending, we're playing undercut on the fucking others. There's literally no point.
Hoopalicious is going defensive. We go up the inside of Hoopalicious. Side by side then, I knew we had to get this place because I did not want to battle.
Do what you want, but it's just so fucking dumb, man.
P13, but I believe this is effective P2.
Hell, if we get jumped by Joe now and Viper with...
We get up the position, and now we are chilling in 13th. Well, not 3rd, well, yeah, 13th position on the track, but it will be P3, I believe, then. But Ron Ha then comes into the pits the very next lap, on the end of lap 9. So, have we managed to jump Ron Ha and Logic, who are the guys who were with us earlier on? Coming on to lap 10, we have now jumped Logic. Have we jumped Ron Ha? Yes, we have. We have jumped FR and Ron Ha. That is crucial. We have jumped Ron Ha, so has Hoop. So at this point, I was thinking we can win this race. We could lead this Grand Prix. Because Leopard stayed out another lap, so we're pushing like crazy now then. Because I knew we could easily take the lead of this race, as the undercut is pretty effective around USA, so the undercut for me at least was quite good, but I knew Leopard would be coming back at the end. But I think the track position is so crucial around here then, so we are really showing that we are pushing like crazy, and I didn't really want Hoop to come for me, but he was nowhere near me. As we move on then to the end of lap 10 then, under the same lap then, 400k pits, we jump in by Miles, we jump Joe, and we've jumped Leopard, so we're now in the lead of this race. And I was starting to feel a bit of confidence now, because we're now leading this Grand Prix. Leopard has jumped Ron Ha. No, he's not actually, my bad, Ron Ha has jumped Leopard, so we're now leading this Grand Prix. And I thought, if we win this race, we're going to lead the championship. We're going to lead the championship, so I wanted to win this race so badly. So badly. I wanted to win this race. So we are pushing as much as we can at this point then to keep Hoop behind, but it's going to be hard. It is going to be very hard on the old tyres at the end of the race. On to the end of lap 14. This is really the same situation. We're just chilling, saving some DRS behind.
Oh, I want to get in the DRS.
Ron Ha does the dive bomb of the century.
Yes, come on. Yes, go. Right, I'm breaking DRS. Breaking DRS. Go.
We are breaking the DRS. And we've broken it. Ron Ha went for a lunge into that first corner, giving Hoopalicious front wing damage, and we're now leading this race. And we've broken the DRS. Elshell left is now going to second one. We've got the DRS gap down there. And that was absolutely crucial.
If we can get in this DRS train.
You'll see, Leopard will end up catching us, but that was a big incident. As we move on then to lap 22, so we skipped quite far. Elshell Leopard is P2 with a penalty, Smasher is P3 with a penalty, and we have one warning at this point. So, as you can see, we are in the ticket space here to win this race, but our tyres are already starting to go off. So on lap 22, I kind of go brain dead at this point. I'm sort of thinking what to do, but we end up letting Leopard go. And if I came back to this, I probably should have defended because they had penalties behind us, so if they got me on the last lap, I would have won the race anyway. So I kind of ruined my own chances of winning this race by defending Leopard, by letting Leopard go, and now we have Smasher then behind us, and Leopard can easily break the DRS if he wants to. So at this point, again, my goal was to stay in DRS, but the tyres were really going, and I probably should have defended him and stayed in front, but I probably should have done that, and looking back, I should have defended. So I know next race I should do that, but again, we still had a chance of winning this. We can just chill in Leopard's DRS, but he's already going faster than us then, at this point in time. As we move on then to the very next lap. And Leopard has broken DRS already, so at this point, you know what, we're not going to catch DRS, let's just let Smasher go instead. And I knew this was definitely the right option. We had to let Smasher go because...
Come on, I want Smasher to go past me so I can maybe use his DRS. Come on, Smasher.
You see, we're letting Smasher go. We let Smasher go. We needed to stay in his DRS. It was so important. I wanted to make sure I stayed with Smasher because we can still win this, but we have Ronha, who is a very, very dirty driver. From this race we've already seen. So this could turn out back very, very badly.
There's 4 laps to go.
This could turn out very badly, but we make the choice then. Moving on to laps. We get a warning, and I was very frustrated on getting a second warning because now we can easily get a penalty. We're in Smasher's DRS though, which is so important, and I knew I was spamming all my ERS. We have an awful exit. The tyres are gone. They're on the red marker. So we're going to spam our ERS, defend Ronha, because this is for the win. This is for the race victory, because LCR Leopard has got 6 seconds worth of penalties. So this is so crucial then. We defend Leopard. The tyres are gone though. Going into the next right-hander, we have managed to keep the position. But going into the left-hander, we defend, but Ronha does down the inside, barges his way, hits me wide, and now we've lost the RS to Smasher, so this could be a big chance of losing this race, as we are now...
There's no grip.
Tyres are gone. So all we have to do then is stay within 6 seconds of Leopard and 3 seconds of Smasher, but we've got no tyres, we've got no DRS, and Ronha is all over the back of us now, starting the final lap of the Grand Prix. We've got LCR Leopard and OMG's Joe right behind us. Going into this first corner then, Ronha goes down the inside, dive bombs it down the inside of turn 1. We try and get a switch back. We do get a switch back, and we get back up to P3. We probably, in theory, should have stayed behind. Again, stuff I would probably do now if I was back in this race. Going through then, this tight S's then, the tyres are gone. Look at that, 84% on the front left, and we get a penalty.
That's not a penalty game.
And
what?
We get a bit frustrated, but it definitely was a penalty. We cut the whole curve.
That's not a penalty game.
We cut the whole curve, and now this was going for bad to worse. Ronha looks for another minute.
This game's a fucking joke, honestly.
This has gone from bad to worse, and we're spamming out ERS then. There's nothing we can do. We are absolutely helpless in this race.
Ronha and Joe. Being a fucking curb. What a shit game.
Ronha and Joe are now on our inside then, going into this hairpin then. At this point, I've lost my head, so we dive from Ronha, barge our way past him like he did to us. I'd absolutely lost my head at this point, because this could have gone from a win to miles down. We dive from Ronha down the inside, gave him a lot of room. We go a bit deep, and Ronha gets a position. Now we're side by side with Logic. Then going into this fast right-hander, we tap him. Another tap. Going wide then. Going into the penultimate corner, we're going round his outside. Trying to get the position down. We make a little bit of contact. And as we come around the final corner, it is going to be... We get tapped again. And going around the final corner, it's going to be P5. Here we are then. As you can see there, there's the final results. Joe wins with Leopard and Ronha, Smasher, Logic, myself, Foxtez, Raceway, Viper, JD. That's the top 10 then, but the frustration really did get to me after that one.
Try and get that removed, hopefully.
But that is going to be all then for this race. I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoy these kind of videos, subscribe and hit the like button to see more videos similar to this. My next stream is going to be TSRL at Bahrain Short, which will be on Fridays at 8 PM at twitch.tv/sparks2 V's. That's all from me then. I will see you guys next time. Peace.